Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. It's Valencia, the Style Educator. So today we are continuing the conversation on if investing in your wardrobe, your style, and your image is really important. And so the first video we talked about clothing being a necessity and that kind of being one of the reasons why it's important. So you guys definitely check that out. The second video, we talked about it being important because it helps with the internal parts of you. So your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your self-love for your body, and so on. So you guys can definitely make sure that you check those videos out. And today my question really is going to kind of be, why isn't it important? You know what I mean? And maybe this is a part of what you think about it. You know, you may be sitting back saying, well, you know, it's really not that serious. And, you know, my response to that is, well, you've never really experienced a makeover, right? You've never really been brought from A to Z. You know, maybe you've kind of ventured out and went from A to C, but you've never really had a full transition and a full transformation when it comes to your wardrobe. And so that would be one of the reasons why you're kind of sitting in that pool of like, well, it's not really that big of a deal. Now, another reason why you may be saying to yourself, okay, Valencia, it's not that serious, is because maybe you're at home and maybe your day-to-day things don't really require you to get dressed. Well, listen, I'm going to be diving a little bit more into my story if you're not familiar with how I got on this journey as a personal stylist, because it's something that I experienced for myself. I have my own personal makeover, and so I am completely aware of the benefits from that point of view, not just so much of the results that I get my clients and their response to what I do for them, but I myself have experienced it. But outside of that, I've been on many different levels as you ladies, as a woman, right? And so again, I speak about this a lot in other videos. I talk about, you know, how our body sometimes fluctuates in our weight, you know, just different things that I'm very open about and sharing. And so even what I'm getting up to say that I'm at a place where I'm a full-time business owner. At one point, I was kind of having that kind of like juggling life, right? I was kind of living like that Clark Kent, like super, well, no, we can't compare it to that because that's not it. But you guys get the point. I was pretty much working my job by the day, and then in the evening I was working on my business and working with clients and stuff like that. And so I always had somewhere to be. I always had to get dressed. Now, the past few years, I have been able to be at home and be home full time. First the pregnancy, then the birth of our daughter, and now I am home with our daughter full time. And so I don't have a designated place to be every day because I am the person that runs my business. I'm the one that does my scheduling and so on and so forth. And so many times I too have fallen into that place of where I wasn't getting dressed because I didn't have any meetings that day, or I didn't need to go out and do any shopping that day, or I didn't really have anything to do. However, I have to tell you guys that working from home, as you can see, I am in my home office right now. It is very important for you to get dressed, even if you stay at home every single day. And the reason that I am saying that is because it helps with your productivity. Again, it helps with the other things that I was talking about in the video prior to this one on the internal parts, you know? And just to talk a little bit more about that, I really want to try to keep the video short, but I really feel it's important to share because after the birth of our daughter, I believe in my heart, I was not officially diagnosed, but I do believe in my heart of hearts that I had postpartum depression. And I can just remember not really feeling like myself and just kind of, it just wasn't right. And so again, like I said, I was never officially diagnosed, but I can remember like looking at myself saying like, girl, like, you know, what are you doing? Like, you stopped getting your hair done. You stopped getting your nails done. You stopped putting the energy and effort into getting dressed, you know, every day. And like many of you, because my life had went from, you know, working the job during the daytime, being super duper active and busy, and then working and running my business in the evenings to a whole different place. And so I really couldn't identify with that new space in my life and really didn't see at that moment if getting dressed was important until I kind of fell down in a place where many of you are right now, where you're questioning, is it really important? And I am here to tell you that it is important. It is so important, you guys, for the internal benefits and then the external, which is productivity. And if you work from home or if you're just at home, it's important because it will help you keep a great level of self-esteem, a great level of self-confidence, and you will be able to be productive, right? And so, yes, even if you're someone that does not leave your home every day for work, or if you're just at home taking care of your children or taking care of your house, I believe in my heart of hearts that is important. Now, let's put this out on the table. From a stylist perspective, no, you're not going to walk around your home in a suit, right? But you should have some really good, coordinated, comfortable outfits for you to wear on a day-to-day basis. Now, other reasons why you may be sitting back saying it's not important, because you don't have the finances and the resources to invest in yourself on that level. Now, here's the thing with that. It's still important, you guys, because no matter if you have whatever this amount of money that you think that you should have to get you that style transformation that you're looking for, you still spend money on clothes. Just think about it, because again, going back to the first video, clothing is a necessity. So regardless if you spend a lot or a little, you still have to purchase clothing. So my question to you is, why not make sure that the little bit of clothing that you do purchase for yourself is going to be beneficial to you? Period. I have different types of clients, you guys. Every client that I service, every client that I help, everybody doesn't have a huge budget, clothing budget. Everybody's not like that, you know? And so even my ladies who have the budget where you're just like, okay, I want this, or do whatever you got to do and tell me how much it costs, we still have to create a plan of action, right? And so don't ever shy away from it because you feel you don't have the necessary tools and resources. Now, here's the other trick to this, and I'm going to let you guys go. One of the things that I've learned is that when you prepare for something, it will present itself. I'm not trying to be prophetic, not trying to steer away from the point in this video, but when you clean out your wardrobe, when you sit there and actually take some sort of action, that could be even booking a complimentary style consultation with me for us to even talk about your problems and your issues. You'll be surprised what happens. You'll be surprised how motivated or how inspired or how determined you are to now go from A to Z because you've cleaned out your closet, because you've scheduled that style consultation.